Jollibee, the rising sensation of the Philippines. Since the birth of social media, the marketing campaigns of companies made sure they appeal to every single one of their customers. Over the past few years, we've seen Filipino companies do just that. And the one leading the way is Jollibee. Isa sa mga kumpanyang matatawag natin na tatak Pinoy. Hashtag Kwentong Jollibee is their best campaign yet. Each video contains a combination of nostalgia, hugot, and feels that we all love. While each of us has their own favorites, there are Kwentong Jollibee stories that one way or another have left a mark in the hearts of Filipinos all over the world. My name is Doding Daga from AdoboGeeks.com, and here are our picks for the top 10 Kwentong Jollibee stories that have touched our hearts. Before we begin, hit the subscribe button so you'll be up to date with our latest videos. Number 10.
Enzo, naging mabuti kang anak. Yan ang mas mahalaga.
Entrance exam. Have you ever felt like your dad's pushing you too hard? Don't you just hate it when you feel like you've done your best but still worried that it isn't enough? If that's the case, then you and Enzo might have a thing or two in common. Entrance exam depicts a story of a father's expectations and dreams for his son Enzo. But how do both of them tread the waters of failure? This Kwentong Jollibee reminds us that although a father's love can be tough, it is also unconditional. Number 9.
Habang nakangiti siya sa akin.
Almusal. Married life can be tough, and a lot of times it easily gets filled up with routines and things you have to do but don't necessarily like. However, our next Kwentong Jollibee tells a story of a couple that has gone through all that and has lived up to the popular song Grow Old With You from The Wedding Singer. What comes after growing old together? I guess you have to watch the whole clip to find out. Number 8. Tagpuan. Huwag kang sasama kahit kanino. Huwag kang lalayo. Dito ka lang sa tabi ko. These are some of the common reminders our mommies used to tell us every time we went with them to the mall. Most of us were lucky enough not to even need them, but for our next Kwentong Jollibee, that's exactly what Jason had to go through. Probably the worst feeling we had when we were kids was when we magically get separated from our parents in a blink of an eye. Now that some of us are adults and have family, we can say that the anxiety felt by the parent in this video would be tenfold of how we felt when we got lost as a kid. Tagpuan proves the unconditional love of our parents is always and would be the basic foundation of our definition of love, and that love would always find a way no matter how lost we get in life. Number 7. Pamasko. Do you believe that family and Christmas are an overused concept in marketing? Tell that to the thousands of Filipinos coming home to the Philippines every Christmas season. Jollibee honors this classic tradition through a heartwarming video about a boy reuniting with his parents after a long period of being apart. After all, the best gift anyone can receive during Christmas is the gift of being with family. Number 6.
Actually, I have a girlfriend.
Status. Most Filipinos can't deny the fact that we are tied to our families. They become our refuge during times of distress and are the only people willing to give up everything for us. Status celebrates the kind of love our quote-unquote ohana has to offer. Despite the fact that sometimes we break their hearts with our own stubbornness, Jollibee reminds us that no matter how messed up life can be, we must always appreciate the people who believe in us and never take them for granted. Number 5.
You ordered
Kulang
for...
yung ngiti mo. Dagdagan mo. Kailangan. Pati ang mga mata mo. Naka-smile.
Kahera. Working in the customer service field can be tough. It's filled with late night shifts and it requires you to work during holidays. Not to mention that you have to face a ton of difficult customers. The latter is exactly what Pat has been encountering at work. But a closer look at her story, it shows us that these are all worth it in the end. The Kahera episode from Kwentong Jollibee was released on Grandparents' Day. This was to show appreciation and give importance to the opinions of our elders. We miss you, Wawa! The story revolves around a crew member who constantly receives a critical assessment each day from one of the older customers regarding her work performance and etiquette. It turns out that it was her own grandmother visiting her from time to time, checking to see if her apo is doing a good job. We miss you, Wowa! Number 4. Crush and Homecoming. Of all the videos on this list, this must be the most relatable Kwentong Jollibee ever. His story revolves around a nerdy guy who is deeply in love with a beautiful cheerleader and anonymously gives her her favorite yum burger with special notes on it to lighten up her day. #Kilig. This was brilliantly written, and Jollibee took advantage of the heightened emotions during Valentine's Day for the release. But what happens to the characters in the story? Is a happy ending in sight? Do geeks like us get to bring home the bacon in one of these Kwentong Jollibee videos? For those who haven't watched it yet, you have to find out for yourselves. Number 3.
Hi, Han. Happy Valentine's Day.
Date. Be prepared with rolls of tissue with this one. Date has got to be one of the most heartbreaking, eye-sweating, throat-drying video in the series to date. Jollibee decided to go a different route for one of their releases in preparation for Valentine's Day 2017. We are first treated to what seems to be a romantic date between a husband to her wife for Valentine's Day. Their son Joey follows video instructions from his dad, giving us the impression that it was going to be a romantic surprise, only to find out that in the end that the husband has already passed away. This episode shows that love encompasses everything, even death itself. It was borderline sad, but in the end, we were left in awe as this was a gesture of pure love. Jollibee didn't stop there and continued the story with their equally heartbreaking follow-up entitled Parangal. Number 2.
Kung darating siya, malalaman ko. Paano?
Signs. This one is for all the hopeless romantics. More often than not, we let the universe decide our fate and ask for all sorts of quote-unquote signs in the hopes that this is its way of guiding us to the quote-unquote right person. Bahala na si Batman, ika nga. But what if the signs we get are not so straightforward? Science treats us to a classic girl meets boy twist that values the importance of taking a closer look. Jollibee wants us to see beyond the obvious and not turn a blind eye, so we could appreciate the people who have always been there. Baka si true love na hinahanap-hanap mo, nasa harap mo na pala. Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are our honorable mentions.
I love you, anak.
Kayo po.
Okay lang ako, anak. Makita lang kitang busog. Busog na rin ako.
Lolo, la.
Apo ko!
Kamusta ka na? Sagot ko na to. Unang sweldo ko po eh.
Say mami naman, anak.
Ano yung paborito mo?
Namiss ko to.
Mas namiss kita.
Number 1.
Ikaw ang pinakamaligaya sa lahat. Kahit hindi naging tayo.
Vow and Perfect Pair. Oh, the best friend, the shoulder to cry on, the one by your side, the one with you through thick and thin. Ironically though, they're not always the ones you end up with. The video vow opens up straight out of a fairy tale story, the love at first sight, the getting to know each other, the finishing each other's sentences. Best friends forever. They took us for a ride. As the video finally shows us the best friends looking at each other ready to be wed at the altar, the video slowly focuses on the real groom, revealing that Mr. Loverboy didn't end up with his best friend. Aray, masakit. It was the perfect setup to a twist we were all not prepared. This was the video that brought the Kwentong Jollibee series to the collective consciousness of people worldwide. Even though it was narrated mostly in our native dialect, the universal message it conveyed was crystal clear. That, ladies and gentlemen, friendzone is very real. Sobra.
Yan! Yan ang sinasabi ko, mga kaibigan.
5 months later, Jollibee was not about to let us down and finally released the sequel Perfect Pair. And we couldn't be any happier. At least we can sleep at night knowing that the guy already found his true love. And, ironically, with another best friend. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Check out these other great videos and don't forget to subscribe.